There are two trees in the midst of the garden, one called Chai, the covering hand. This is the tree of life, the word of Yahuwah. And the other tree is called Gai. If you choose the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the hand of the covering is removed, and you will become a son of the fallen one, a son of destruction or ruin, which is what the word Ai means. Just as when Eve ate, she became naked, the word Irum, which is spelled Ayin, but we have seen that this letter is actually Gayin. Yod, Resh, Mem, and Mem, the word for Ai or Gai, combined with the Hebrew word Ramam or Ramim. This word means to exalt oneself or to be exalted. This is what is happening as we speak. Man has eaten from the tree, seeking enlightenment, exalting himself using AI to become super intelligent, to be like the Most High. But that exaltation came at a high price, for they had lost their covering and now were arumim, meaning that they were subject to the serpent, not knowing that the tree was the serpent, and now they become one with it. You see, AI has the lure of intelligence. You can be like Elohim to know good and evil. Satan always selling a product in hopes of you not reading the fine print. Like OnStar, we are here to help. Poor helpless person on the side of the road. You can be helped if you only had this product in your car. But when you agree, then the fine print is revealed. The fine print that says, we can track your every move and hear everything you say. Like cell phones, tablets, TVs, and computers, all recording your every conversation, watching everything you view, knowing what you spend your money on, who are your friends, what are your likes and dislikes, the fine print of the terms of agreement. Like the offering the serpent made to Eve, you can know anything if you only eat of this tree, the tree you were told not to eat from. It was offered, as the audio shows, the knowledge Ayin of the Most High Yod, the letter that means creator, man acting as a creator, creating things that he was told not to by the command that says, you shall not make for yourself any image in any likeness, that which is in the Shamaim, the heavens above, and the earth beneath, or the waters beneath the earth. You shall not bow down to them, nor serve them. The tree offered as knowledge of the Creator, but the terms of agreement, the fine print, you are now part of the serpent, and he has rule over you. Shown in the true Odiot, the hidden Odiot, the fallen letter Gayin with Yod, a wicked creation. This is the result of breaking the commands, wicked judgment. The wicked hand. The tree of life shows a hand covering man. This is the covering that the serpent wanted to take away, the hand of Yahuwah. The Restrainer. 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no one deceive you in any way, because the falling away is to come first, and the man of lawlessness is to be revealed, the son of destruction, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called Elohim, or that is worshipped, so that he sits as Elohim in the dwelling place of Elohim, showing himself that he is Elohim. These translations make it seem as if we're waiting for one single man. But if you look at the Greek, a different picture is painted. Firstly, the word for falling away is Strong's 646, which means falling away or to forsake. This is also the same as Strong's 647, which means divorce, like when Yasharel was divorced from Yahuwah. They were left forsaken. The word for man in this passage is Strong's arthropos, Strong's 444. This word can mean man, but it also means men or all of mankind. If you use the word men here in this statement, it takes on a new meaning. Also, the word for son in this passage can mean child. The word for revealed is apocalypto, the word used for the book of Revelation. This word means to uncover. Also, there are words not translated here that mean the man of the lawlessness and the son of the destruction. What he is saying here is, what will man be without the covering of Yahweh? This is what will be revealed first. This is what man will be when he has become completely lawless and has become a son of destruction. For reference, this is what the Messiah said. And Yahushua answering them, Truly, truly, I say to you, everyone doing sin is a servant of sin, and the servant does not stay in the house forever. A son stays forever. When you sin, you are a servant to it. But when you become a son, you are transformed into the son of sin, or the son of disobedience. This is the difference between the wheats and the tares. Matthew 13:24. Another parable he put before them, saying, The rain of the heavens has become like a man who sowed the good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed darnel among the wheat and went away. And when the blade sprouted and bore fruit, then the darnel also appeared. And the servants of the master of the house came and said to him, Master, did you not sow good seed in your field? From where then does it have the darnel? And he said to them, A man, an enemy, did this. And the servants said to him, Do you wish then that we go and gather them up? But he said, No, lest while you gather up the darnel, you also uproot the wheat with them. Let them grow together until the harvest, and at the time of the harvest, I shall say to the reapers, First gather the darnel and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my granary. What Paul is saying in 2 Thessalonians goes along with what the Messiah is saying here. What Paul is talking about is the revelation of the darnel. The sons of lawlessness will be revealed first. Matthew 13:36. Then having sent the crowds away, Yahushua went into the house, and his taught ones came to him, saying, Explain to us the parable of the darnel of the field. And he answering said to them, He who is sowing the good seed is the son of Adam, and the field is the world, and the good seed, these are the sons of the rain, but the darnel are the sons of the wicked one, and the enemy who sowed them is the devil. And the harvest is the end of the age, and the reapers are the messengers. As the darnel then is gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be at the end of this age. The son of Adam shall send out his messengers, and they shall gather out of his reign all the stumbling blocks and those doing lawlessness, and shall throw them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. There will be a revelation of the sons of the rain, like in Yochanan, John 1:3. Beloved ones, now we are children of Elohim, and it has not been revealed what we shall be, but we know that when he is revealed, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Verse 9. Everyone having been born of Elohim does not sin, because his seed stays in him, and he is powerless to sin, because he has been born of Elohim. In this the children of Elohim and the children of the devil are manifest. Everyone not doing righteousness is not of Elohim, neither the one not loving his brother. Notice that there are sons of Elohim and sons of the devil. Paul was speaking about the revelation of the son of destruction. What will man be when he is revealed to be like the devil? Yochanan John 8:44. You are of your father the devil, and the desires of your father you wish to do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and has not stood in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaks the lie, he speaks of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Matthew 23:15. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because you go about the land and see to win one convert, and when he is won, you make him a son of Gehenna twofold more than yourselves. Once again, it is mentioned a son of Gehinnom. These are the sons of the wicked one. And we have seen that AI is actually spelled Ge as in Gehinnom, both spelled the same way in the Septuagint. When mankind becomes one with AI, they become one with the serpent, the devil. When Eve ate it, she was naked. The word for naked, arum. This is actually garum, AI in the word ramam, which means to be exalted. See, they promise that if you use this technology and become one with it, you will be super intelligent. An intelligence that you do not have, making you into human 2.0. That this technology is going to benefit all mankind. But what they're not telling you is that this tree is the serpent, the demonic power of witchcraft. Once it has entered into your mind, the place that only Yahuwah should be, this causes the desolation, the restrainer, the hand of Yahuwah to be removed, and now you can be indwelled with demons. This creates the sons of lawlessness. And when millions of people become murderers all at once, this is the revelation of lawlessness, the sons of destruction. This happens after the hand of Yahuwah is removed, after the restrainer is taken away. 2 Thessalonians 2:4, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called Elohim, or that is worship, so that he sits as Elohim in the dwelling place of Elohim, showing himself that he is Elohim. Do you not remember that I told you this while I was still with you? The dwelling place of Elohim is in you. You are the temple of the Most High Yahuwah. 1 Corinthians 3:16, do you not know that you are the dwelling place of Elohim, and that the Spirit of Elohim dwells in you? If anyone destroys the dwelling place of Elohim, Elohim shall destroy him, for the dwelling place of Elohim is set apart, which you are. The dwelling place is in man, and man has now created a way to enter into it, to make a brain-computer interface that breaches this temple, reading the thoughts of mankind. This is the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel. This causes the forsaking of the temple. The secret place of the Most High is no longer a secret place. Man can now hear the prayers. This right is only reserved for the Most High. Man hearing these prayers has exalted himself to sit in the dwelling place of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High, as Paul said. This causes the hand of Yahuwah, the restrainer, to be removed. 2 Thessalonians 2:6. And now you know what restrains, for him to be revealed in his time. For the secret of lawlessness is already at work, only until he who now restrains comes out of the midst. And then the lawless one shall be revealed, whom the master shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and bring to naught with the manifestation of his coming. The coming of the lawless one is according to the working of Hashatan, with all power, signs, and wonders of falsehood, and with all deceit of unrighteousness in those perishing, because they did not receive the love of the truth in order for them to be saved. When the hand of Yahuwah is removed, those not marked by Yahuwah will turn. The restrainer is the hand of Yahuwah, as mentioned in Lamentations 2:3. In the heat of displeasure, he has cut off from every horn of Yasharel. He has withdrawn his right hand from before the enemy, and he burns against Yaakov like a flaming fire, consuming all around. He has bent his bow like an enemy. He has set his right hand like an adversary, and he kills all who delighted the eye. In the tent of the daughter of Zion, he has poured out his wrath like fire. Ezekiel 7:22, and I shall turn my face from them, and they shall profane my secret place. For destroyers shall enter it and profane it. Make a chain, for the land has been filled with crimes of blood, and the city has been filled with violence. And I shall bring the evil ones of the nations, and they shall possess their houses, and I shall cause the pride of the strong to cease, and their set apart places shall be profaned. Destruction shall come, and they shall seek peace, but there is none. Calamity upon calamity shall come, and report shall be upon report. And they shall seek a vision from a prophet, but the teaching has perished from the priest, and counsel from the elders. Notice in this passage the word for calamity upon calamity is huah. This word is the same as the Father's name, which is Yod-He, Uah-He, without the Yod, without the hand. The hand of Yahuwah is taken away, and ruin is upon ruin. So why is all this evil coming upon the earth? It is because of disobedience. Jeremiah 7:28. But you shall say to them, this is a nation that did not obey the voice of Yahuwah their Elohim, nor did they accept instruction. Truth has perished and has been cut off from their mouth. Cut off your hair and throw it away, and take up a lamentation on the bare heights. For Yahuwah has rejected and forsaken the generation of his wrath. For the children of Yehudah have done what is evil in my eyes, declares Yahuwah. They have set their abomination in the house which is called by my name, to defile it. And they have built the high places of Topheth, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and daughters in the fire, which I did not command, nor did it come into my heart. Therefore see, the days are coming, declares Yahuwah, when it shall no longer be called Topheth, or Gehennom, but the valley of slaughter. For they shall bury in Topheth until no room is left, and the corpses of this people shall be food for the birds of the heavens, and for the beasts of the earth, with none to frighten them away. And in the cities of Yehudah and the streets of Yerushalayim I shall make to cease the voice of the rejoicing, and the voice of gladness, and the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride, for the land shall become a waste. Telahim, Psalm 81. Hear, O my people, and let me warn you, O Yasharah, if you would listen to me. Let there be no strange mighty one among you, and do not bow down to a foreign mighty one. I am Yahuwah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim. Open your mouth wide, and I fill it. But my people did not listen to my voice, and Yasharah would not submit to me. So I gave them over to their own stubborn heart, to follow their own devices. Mishli, Proverbs 24. Because I called and you refused, I have stretched out my hand and no one inclined, and you spurned all my counsel and would not yield to my reproof. Let me also laugh at your calamity, mock when your dread comes. When your dread comes like a storm, and your calamity comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, let them then call on me, but I answer not. Let them seek me, but not find me, because they hated knowledge, and they did not choose the fear of Yahuwah. They did not accept my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore let them eat the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. When the hand of Yahuwah is removed, then mankind is under the power of Satan. But it's only when Yahuwah allows this. The book of Ayub shows us what happens when man is not under the protection of the hand of Yahuwah. The word Ayub by the Odiot means Yahuwah's hand on man's tent, the perfect picture of this book. And the day came to be that the sons of Elohim came to present themselves before Yahuwah, and Satan also come among them. And Yahuwah said to Satan, From where do you come? And Satan answered Yahuwah and said, From diligently searching in all the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And Yahuwah said to Satan, Have you considered my servant Ayub, that there is none like him on the earth? A perfect and straight man, one who fears Elohim and turns aside from evil. And Hashatan said to Yahuwah, Is Job fearing Elohim for naught? Have you not made a hedge around him, around his household, all that he has on every side? Have you not blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land? But stretch out your hand, please, and strike all that he has, if he would not curse you to your face. Now, the word used here for stretch out your hand is the Hebrew word shalak. This word shalak means to cast away, to send away. It also means to forsake. In other words, take away your hand, please, and strike all that he has, if he would not curse you to your face. And Yahuwah said to Satan, see, all that he has is in your hand. Now this is translated as power in many verses, because the word in that passage is yadakah, which is hand, but also means power. Yadakah, in your power. Only do not lay a hand on himself. And Satan went away from the presence of Yahuwah. And notice the calamity that came upon Ayub. First, Sheba, which means 7, came upon him and striked the servants with the edge of the sword. Then the next thing, the fire of Elohim came down from the heavens and burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them. Notice also in Revelation, the second beast, who we know come out of the earth, had 2 horns like a lamb. This is Ai. This beast makes fire come down from the heavens, just as it is in the book of Ayub. The fire of Elohim came down from the heavens. And then the casting came, and another sword struck the servants. And the last thing that happened was a great wind. We know that Ai is now controlling the weather. And then what did Job do? He tore off his robe, shaved his head, and fell to the ground. Notice he says, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I shall return. Yahuwah has given, and Yahuwah has taken away. Notice the word naked. Once again, same word for naked is the word arum. And they were naked in the garden, arum. Now, after Hashatan struck everything that he had, the last thing that came was Hashatan came back again and said, skin for skin, all that a man has he would give for his life. But stretch out your hand, please, and strike his bone in his flesh, if he would not curse you to his face. And once again, man was in, or Ayub was in the power of Hashatan. We see in Revelation chapter 16, where it says, and I heard a voice from the dwelling place of 7 messengers, go pour out the bowls of wrath of Elohim on the earth. The first went and poured out his bowl upon the earth, and a wicked and evil sword came upon the men having the mark of the beast and those who worship his image. This is the sores like Job had all over his body. When mankind is no longer covered by the hand of Yahuwah and left into the power of Hashatan, the wrath of Yahuwah, the dark day of Yahuwah will come. Yeshayahu, Isaiah 9:18. For wrongness burns as a fire. It consumes thorn bushes and weeds and sets the bushes of the forest ablaze, and they roll up like rising smoke. The land shall be burned by the wrath of Yahuwah of hosts, and the people be as fuel for the fire. A man shall not spare his brother, and cut down on the right hand, but shall be hungry, and he devours on the left hand, but it shall not be satisfied, each one devouring the flesh of his own arm. Ezekiel 3:18. And it shall be on that day, on the day that God comes up against the land of Yasharel, declares the Master Yahuwah, that my wrath shall come up in my face. For in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath I have spoken. On that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Yasharel, so that the fish of the sea and the birds of the heavens and the beasts of the fields and all creeping creatures that creep upon the earth and all men who are on the face of the earth shall shake at my presence. And the mountains shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall fall to the ground. And I shall call for a sword against Gog on all my mountains, declares the Master Yahuwah, the sword of each one being against his brother.